Hey everyone, welcome back to English So. I'm Sam.
And I'm Jordan. Today we're diving into something that literally changed my life. And I'm not being dramatic here. 5-second rule.
Oh, you're talking about the 5-second rule. And no, we're not talking about dropping food on the floor.
Exactly. We're talking about the game changer for English speakers who freeze up the moment they want to say something. You know that feeling, right? When your brain just stops?
Oh my God, yes. It's like your brain becomes a Windows 95 computer trying to run TikTok. Just nothing.
That's exactly what we call analysis paralysis. Your brain is so busy trying to find the perfect sentence, the perfect pronunciation, that it just gives up.
Before we dive in, let me ask you guys something. How many of you have been in this situation? You're at a coffee shop, you know exactly what you want to order, but when the barista says, "What can I get you?" Boom, brain freeze.
Oh, I have a story about this. Last month, I was at Starbucks, and yes, I still mess up sometimes. I wanted a simple latte. Simple. But the barista had this thick accent, and when she asked what size, my brain just, nope.
What did you do?
I stood there for like 10 seconds, felt like 10 minutes just going, she's looking at me, people behind me are getting impatient. Finally, I just pointed at the menu and said, this one, medium.
But you know what? You communicated. You got your coffee. That's the thing. We're so focused on being perfect that we forget communication is the goal, not perfection.
Exactly, and that's where the 5-second rule comes in. Ready for this life hack?
Here's how it works, guys. When you need to speak English, any situation, you count 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then you must speak, no matter what comes out.
The key word here is must, not should or maybe, must. Because here's the thing, your brain will always find an excuse to wait. Oh, let me think of a better word. Maybe I should check my grammar first.
It's like jumping into cold water. You can stand at the edge thinking about it for an hour, or you can count to 5 and jump. The water's the same temperature either way.
Perfect analogy. And here's the science behind it. Well, the simple version. When you overthink, your prefrontal cortex, that's your smart brain, goes into overdrive. But when you force yourself to act quickly, you bypass that overthinking part.
It's like switching from perfectionist mode to survival mode. And guess what? Survival mode actually works better for communication.
Let me share my first time using this rule. I was at a networking event. You know, those scary places where you're supposed to make small talk with strangers?
Oh no! Networking events, the final boss of English-speaking anxiety.
Right? So there's this guy, clearly important, and I wanted to introduce myself. Old me would have spent 5 minutes planning the perfect sentence. Instead, I counted 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and hi, I'm Jordan. Nice to meet you.
That's it? That's simple?
That's it. And you know what happened? He smiled, introduced himself, and we had a great 10-minute conversation about work. No perfect grammar needed, no fancy vocabulary, just communication.
This reminds me of something my driving instructor told me. He said, Sam, you can read about driving for years, but until you actually put your hands on the wheel and start the car, you're not learning to drive.
Yes, English is the same. You can study grammar until you're blue in the face, but until you start speaking, messy, imperfect speaking, you're not really learning.
Okay, let's get practical for a minute. Jordan, give us some real situations where people can practice this 5-second rule.
Great question. First situation, ordering food. Next time you're at a restaurant, don't spend 5 minutes deciding. Look at the menu, count 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and order whatever you're looking at.
I love this! Even if it's not exactly what you wanted, you practiced speaking English confidently. And honestly, you might discover you actually like something new.
Second situation, asking for directions. Instead of using GPS for everything, try asking a person. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Excuse me, how do I get to the subway station?
Ooh, I have one. Phone calls. We all hate them, right? But next time you need to call a restaurant or store, don't rehearse for 10 minutes. Just count down and dial.
Phone calls are perfect because the other person can't see your facial expressions or body language. It's just your voice and your message. Pure English practice.
Now, let's be real for a minute. This isn't going to be perfect the first time. Jordan, what happened the first few times you tried this?
Ah, man, it was messy. I remember trying to compliment someone's shirt. I counted down, opened my mouth, and said, "Your shirt is very good looking." Good looking, like I was describing a person.
That's amazing. But did they understand you meant their shirt looked nice?
Of course they did. They smiled and said thank you. Mission accomplished. The English wasn't perfect, but the communication was successful.
And that's the key insight, everybody. Communication beats perfection every single time. Native speakers make mistakes all the time, too. We say, we forget words, we use weird grammar when we're excited.
Exactly. I was watching a movie last night, and the main character, a native English speaker, said, "I don't got no money." Instead of, "I don't have any money," double negative, wrong grammar, but everyone understood perfectly.
So let's talk about mindset for a second. The 5-second rule isn't just about speaking faster, it's about changing your relationship with mistakes.
Right. Instead of seeing mistakes as failures, start seeing them as data. Every mistake tells you something about how English works. It's feedback, not failure.
It's like learning to ride a bike. You don't fall off and think, "I'm terrible at transportation." You think, "Okay, I need to adjust my balance next time."
Here's a challenge for everyone listening. For the next week, use the 5-second rule at least once a day. Start small, maybe just saying thank you to a cashier or excuse me when you need to get past someone.
And here's the beautiful part. You're probably already doing some of this. When someone says, "How are you?" you probably automatically say, "Good, how about you?" You're not thinking about grammar or perfect pronunciation.
That's your natural English speaking ability right there. The 5-second rule just helps you access that same natural flow in other situations.
All right, let's address the elephant in the room. Some of you are thinking, but what if I say something really wrong? What if I offend someone?
Here's the truth. If you're speaking with good intentions, most people are incredibly understanding. They can tell you're learning, and they appreciate the effort more than you know.
Plus, the situations we're talking about are low stakes. Ordering coffee, asking directions, saying hello. These aren't job interviews or important presentations.
And here's a secret. People are usually so focused on their own lives that they're not analyzing your English. They just want to communicate with you and get on with their day.
All right, let's do a quick recap. The 5-second rule: when you need to speak English, count 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, then you must speak. No perfect sentences required.
Remember, communication beats perfection. Your goal isn't to sound like a textbook. It's to connect with another human being.
Start with low-pressure situations, ordering food, basic small talk, asking simple questions. Build that confidence muscle.
And most importantly, be kind to yourself. Every time you use English, messy or not, you're winning. You're actually doing the thing that most English learners are afraid to do.
So that's our challenge for you this week. Use the 5-second rule once a day. Try it and let us know how it goes in the comments.
Thanks for listening to English So-So. If this helped you, please share it with someone who needs to hear it. We'll see you next time.
Keep speaking, keep growing, and remember, your English is so much better than you think.
Bye, everyone.